time to get up and get loud because it's game day here in Europe for our regional playoffs. I want to start things off with PSG versus Triple Trouble. Both these teams have 2 lives today, which is something not every team today can say, which is the first time in history for Europe we've had this sort of playoff format. So things are going to be interesting. How do you feel about this match, Jeeves?
Well, it's a rematch of Week 3. Triple Trouble it went to Game 5 all the way. Ronicky had a heck of a showing in that series, by the way. He scored like all of them except 2 goals.
He scored 6 goals, 10 saves, and 16 shots?
Yes, he had an awesome series, but it was a close one all the way through. They were all 1-goal games except for game number 1, which went to PSG, and I think this is a fitting match between 3 and 4. I think I'm a little concerned because last week, Fruity, I will say, he did not have a good Week 5 to cap off the season. But other than that, PSG has looked stellar this season, and Triple Trouble has really developed nicely throughout the course of the season. So if PSG and Fruity are able to get things back in order for this week, I think they actually stand a good chance.
They certainly did. And this was the turning point in Triple Trouble season, was their victory over PSG. They went on. They are now on a 4-series win streak, so we'll see if they can continue that here into the playoffs. And PSG has had their fair share of demons in the closet, but of late they've been looking pretty good, so we'll see how they look today as they try to make it to the World Championships. Here in a best of 7, we are playing Tap. We're going to start things off quickly for Triple Trouble, notably sent to the side by Fruity, and now we're off to the races. Fruity here representing PSG in the blue, Triple Trouble in the orange. DFH Stadium. That's a nice shot from Chaussette. Will start things off quickly, and PSG's on the board.
Beautiful placement here from Chaussette, but it's all set up by Fruity's ability to get that ball past the midfield line, and Tadpole got caught in a really strange position, facing down on his own back wall, and just not in a good place to go out and challenge that ball before it could bounce out. So great recognition from Chaussette on the support, and a nice shot to cap it off.
Fruity looking to make it 2 here, quickly following the kickoff, pitches it across. Farah looks to pick up the challenge now onto the backboard. Here, Ronicky out. Cassio looking, but Farah sends him off the field for a moment. Tadpole and Ronicky be able to work this one back down. Now Cassio off the respawn comes in, wins the challenge, and it'll be Fruity in his own corner to turn it back out. And
Cassio is another player on Triple Trouble that I feel has also developed wonderfully on this Triple Trouble roster throughout the season. Early on, it was definitely a lot of Ronicky and Tadpole, but weeks 4 and 5, Cassio was the standout guy for me in terms of the challenge game and getting the ball going the other way. So look to him as well to have a good series.
Triple Trouble breaking up passes, but PSG continuing to find demos as Farah puts it onto the wall. Tadpole up to engage, but actually comes back down, and Fruity finds the shot. Triple Trouble just couldn't get any wheels onto it, and that's 2 now for PSG.
This is a great start for PSG as well. It was, again, I didn't think it was a particularly great Week 5 from Fruity, so a nice early goal in game number 1 is, I think, exactly what that guy needs to make sure that he's feeling good and locked in and ready to go, and Triple Trouble going to be scrambling a little earlier than they would like.
But this is also what we expect from PSG. A team that has always started series strong. Game 1 definitely always been theirs, but it's those Game 5s, those Game 7s, the ones that win you the matches that they have struggled with historically. So you're keeping an eye on them as this series progresses. Again, the loser of this drops down and will face off against the winner of the 5th, 6th seed matchup. Each have 2 chances to make it into Worlds. This is a nice long one from the Triple Trouble territory. Fruity sends it to the side and is able to get it past 1. Ronicky now onto the wall as Farah sends it away. And Cassio's in for the 3rd touch.
And Chaussette's playing in the dominance today. He's been an Octane guy for as long as I can remember. So it's very curious to see him swap his car up now.
There's been more kind of mid-series car changes this series, or this season, than most seasons I've seen in the RLCS. And the Dominus making a more and more of a presence in what used to be very much a Octane Batmobile space, as both teams have opportunities to score, and the goalies, the defense holds on both sides. Ronicky out of his backfield. Lofts it high to Tadpole, looking to dump it back to his teammate, pops it down. Here comes Ronicky for the shot. It's a bit wide, but it's off the post and in. Woodwork favoring the fortunate here, and Triple Trouble's on the board.
Beautiful follow-up from Ronicky. A nice touch from Tadpole to the top of the box and take that ball away from Fruity, but you are absolutely right. The post doing favors for Triple Trouble. Chaussette was in position, and he would have got that save, but that straight kick out to the opposite end of the net was never going to reach it, and they're right back in it.
Yesterday we saw the posts turning near certain goals away. Here we see a little bit of it going the other direction. Chaussette, a long one into Triple Trouble's back third. Fruity now, passing in the midfield. Farah looks for the shot, finds it past one, but Roniki's got it. Farah, the second touch, is able to dump it in. They only found the save, no clear, and it's still a 2-goal game.
Great reactions from Farah, and again, a solid pass into the middle, and Roniki's having to race back, get in position to make a stop. Can't get the cleanest touch, does his best. But actually, I thought it was going to be enough because I didn't think there was any way Farah was going to be able to react in time and kick that one back into the net. So well done. Catch that one.
Yeah, and the crossbar getting involved as well. A post bounce, giving Triple Trouble their first goal, and now a crossbar fortunate touch, helping Farah put in the third for PSG as we've crossed halftime here. 2 minutes left to go. PSG looking to take game one cleanly. As Cassio getting a bit bumped in his own corner. Farah wraps back around on the tightest of rotations and is able to beat Tadpole. Now following this one, still had boost to work with somehow. Now Chaussette in an open net will just put it in. 4-1 for PSG.
Yeah, Cassio got caught here rotating back, trying to get that boost in the corner that he knew was going to spawn. Was expecting a much better clear from Ronicky. And as soon as he realized that it wasn't where he thought it was going, down to the other end of the net, or down to the other end of the pitch, excuse me, he had already took himself out of position and couldn't make it back.
Triple Trouble, only 1 goal so far. As Tadpole gets the fake on Chaussette, now playing it into the corner. See if he can get it past Fruity as well. The challenge is no good. Fruity now out to Farah. He's quick to the ball. Now into Triple Trouble's corner. As Cassio tries, doesn't make contact. Roniki's got space. Will find Tadpole on the far side, but blocked by Chaussette. Cassio now going to try and pick this up, keep the ball in the blue. There's past one. Farah's got a good challenge and it's away. Now 2v1 up on the other end. Gets it on to Roniki on the wall. He plays it off and back to midfield. Chaussette, though, dumps it right back through. Trying to take the challenge. Gets the bump on one. Roniki's able to close the gap. Send it to safety.
Great support from Ronicky as well. And the follow-up kept at bay by Tadpole. But PSG, they've been commanding this game since the start. And actually, that one will slip through. I wonder if that threatened bump was what pulled him off.
I think also just Fruity on the wall here. They're like, what is he going to do? They start to read him, and at that point, you had to be in the air already. No one really in a good position to get it. Might have been a low boost situation as well for Triple Trouble. But PSG, in PSG fashion, is running away with game one, but it remains to be seen, can they keep this up for 7 games?
Yep, 11 shots to 4, and I'm totally with you. That screams a strong start, and PSG came to play today, no doubt, and a beautiful setup from Chaussette. A nice power slide cut. And Farah asking for help, not going to find it. Maybe Triple Trouble will get something back the other way. Of course not. Chaussette, he's been a rock in front of the net for as long as I can remember. He turns another one away.
Chaussette's able to get the extension into the Triple Trouble territory as well. And now more nice infield passes from the boys in the orange, but no goals to show for it. The defense on PSG holding just fine. With 24 seconds left, down by 4, the game's going to be all but over here. Triple Trouble, they need to find one more. They think any sort of ability to get back on offense would help swing momentum back in their favor. As Cassio tries, Chaussette sends it away, and Farah will be able to deflect it as well. And then for Triple Trouble right now, the 1 goal they got was well crafted, but the accuracy a little bit wanting, and lucky for them, the post gave them the goal. I'd love to see a little bit more accuracy out of them moving forward.
Well, the big thing is just getting the ball in your possession, because PSG absolutely did a wonderful job of that this game. A lot of quality challenges in the midfield, and also I think the rotations on defense from Triple Trouble, some missed touches allowing some extra opportunities for Triple Trouble. So a sloppy start, I would say, for Triple Trouble. And of course, the consistency you've come to expect from PSG throughout the season. Definitely a welcome change considering how PSG has looked in previous seasons. Poor shot accuracy. And PSG has developed wonderfully in the shooting aspect throughout Season 7. So to start off strong, with Fruity having a rough week last week, coming out getting a nice solid goal, a good assist, and making sure that he was able to do and contribute to that team. It's a good start for PSG, and I think Triple Trouble, Game 2 is your wake-up call.
Yeah, this is where you got to start turning it around, and I agree with you. The midfield was definitely a point that we saw PSG really own, and it seemed like Triple Trouble's challenges were good enough to beat one person to kind of to at least make sure that they weren't just outright losing on the first challenge. PSG was having to send 2 every time, but Triple Trouble wasn't maintaining ball control after that first challenge, so it was usually a very easy tackle for the follow-up challenge from PSG.
Yeah, so that is what led to that shot differential of 12 to 5, maybe 6, if that. So Triple Trouble, I think if they clean it up, all they need is a little bit better clear attempts and get that ball out into space, and PSG will have to work a lot harder for their meal.
Move on to Neo Tokyo for game number 2. Triple Trouble look to bounce back, even the score. Farah set to go on kickoff up against Ronicky. Both teams cheat up. Kickoff is off to the side and decently neutral. It'll be PSG that emerges with the first push in. Ronicky, nice response, keeps it high. Shawset will dump it back down. The Cassio's touch actually goes kind of neutral and high. Farah towards the back corner. Ronicky looks to counter and gets it past Farah, but Fruity now with a lot of space out back to Farah. He looks for the shot onto the backboard. It's off and Tapple couldn't find it. The dump back over to the corner will not be towards anybody on PSG. So they'll have to play some defense now as the transition starts to come through for Triple Trouble. A nice shot.
Wonderful.
Far side. Tadpole puts it in. Triple Trouble's on the board.
And that's all Cassio's doing. He punted the ball up the field and just straight chased it down. And PSG, he kind of got caught on rotation. One guy missed the challenge. They thought they were going to win it, or at least not straight up lose it. And Triple Trouble jumped on it.
It was seemed like a slightly uncoordinated offensive push from PSG that just immediately devolved into a counterattack, and Triple Trouble was able to capitalize. Now Fruity and Farah working together, this one towards the goal. The Ronicky descended away on the backboard. Shawset pass one, gets the boost, but Cassio, he'll be able to find his teammate now upfield. Ronicky trying to put it onto the backboard of PSG, and it's out on the touch from Farah. Tadpole towards the corner. Cassio on the side, beaten by Farah, Fruity in the air. It's Tadpole. Booms this one high. Shawset's got the touch back on the wall. Tadpole finds the read, but Shawset out-reads him again, back and forth.
Oh, there's Tadpole.
There's Tadpole to drop it down. Ronicky's coming up to challenge, but it's not going to be enough. The touch was too soft, and Farah will be able to extend it past Cassio. Onto the side, Shawset, a nice adjustment midair to get that one away. Shawset now onto the zone backboard as Tadpole's crowding him again. The pressure from PSG, or from Triple Trouble rather, they'll finally make PSG crack. Cassio puts in a second one.
They finally broke them all down. It's because Shawset, before he was able to make that save, he actually got bumped on the back wall from Cassio rotating out, and that slowed him down, getting back into position to deal with that follow-up touch from Triple Trouble. And he just couldn't get back to it, and it allowed that extra chance, and Cassio, of course, turned it into a goal.
Yeah, Fruity and Shawset getting a little bit tangled up with each other in front of the box. Another opening. Triple Trouble finding the response here early in game two, up by 2 right now with no goals on the side of PSG. Here comes Fruity up against Ronicky. Looks for the fake, gets it back in front of the box. Tadpole will look to take it back out of his own half, getting the dribbles up high, but Shawset easy to fly into the air and deflect it.
Complete turnaround of the game as well for Triple Trouble. Now they're the ones pressuring PSG, and now they're just scratching their heads. Farah actually misflips and gets put in a really weird spot. Tadpole doesn't have the accuracy to do it. Neither does Cassio. One more chance and into the net finally. It took him a few extra tries, but they get the job done.
But that is just how kind of apart how much there's been a collapse on the PSG side of rotation. It's just the rotations on PSG have not been good this game. There's been a lot of openings, a lot of being on top of each other. And that the Ronicky should not have had a fourth attempt, should not have had a second attempt. There was a fourth shot in a row that Triple Trouble was able to put up, and PSG's just giving it to him. It's demolished here. Triple Trouble moving up. Happy to take advantage. Shawset now moving up the field. He's got all 3 players here to support him. Just takes the shot himself, and Cassio's got the save. Ronicky now on the wall as Farah comes up, dumps it back into the midfield. Fruity looks for the shot, but blocked in the midfield. Now Shawset coming up, doesn't really find much contact, and he'll be beaten by Cassio. Ronicky looks to extend it down the field. Cassio up on the wall, see if he can find a pass down to a teammate. Doesn't find anything. Farah now out of the corner. Fruity adjusts to midfield, waiting for Triple Trouble contact. Tadpole beats one. Shawset up, back into the midfield. Cassio, nobody challenging him.
Not a good touch.
Very high, though, and Fruity's happy to pick this one up. Farah tries to adjust, see if he can find it to a teammate. Puts it onto the backboard. Ronicky's not getting the best of clears, and Fruity is going to try and challenge him here. Off the ceiling now, hits that flip immediately. And the counter from Ronicky finally comes through. It's back to midfield. PSG, though, trying to turn it around once more. Shawset, airborne, looking for a shot, doesn't find it. Cassio kind of bait him off of it, and Tadpole gets it back into the blue.
And that was definitely, I think, an offensive sequence that PSG needed, because it just showed that while they didn't really generate any great scoring opportunities, they were at least able to control the boost, and they get one. Actually, it goes into the net. 3 people right there.
Did you see how this starts? Farah and Shawset pitched it onto the backboard, and everyone on Triple Trouble's like, well, okay. All right, I guess we got to figure out how to block this.
I think Tadpole had that. Okay. I think Tadpole had it because I believe Tadpole had the better clear angle. And unfortunately, Triple Trouble You get a quick one smacked at you, people are going to dive.
Fruity able to punish. We've got a 2-goal game now, 1:18 left to go. Cassio beats Farah easily, but loses the ball to Chaussette. Ronick's able to come in, take it away. Now into the corner, pass in the midfield, tap pulls up, Chaussette's got him.
It's got Fruity.
Now Fruity out. Cassio tries, but couldn't win the challenge entirely. Ball does stay in the blue down. The pass down to Chaussette. He's going to look to dribble this one. Flick it over the top of 2 and in. Chaussette by himself makes it a 1-goal game.
Now, I know Chaussette had a master flick here, but actually, Farah, right before that replay started, he just got bumped. That was a recovery effort to get back up that wall and get that ball down to his teammates. So, 2-man job to get it done there. Wonderful give from Farah and a beautiful follow-up from Chaussette.
55 seconds. PSG to try and tie this up.
This game got doable real quick.
It certainly did. Fruity out of his goal has to play perfect, gets it away, but Tadpole keeps the pressure on. Cassio remains back in his own third and then comes in to try and just extend the offense a little bit more. Buys team time. So far it's worked out. Ronick's challenge a bit neutral, but now Chaussette up and into the corner. Fruity's there. Can he find his teammates? Dumps it towards the box. Tadpole's out. And they'll take it to the far side. Chaussette now off the backboard. Taking it away. Dump back in.
Oh, here we go.
Farah and Chaussette working together, put it into the corner. Farah now up. Can he find Fruity? Coming off the wall, got a bit of a flip. Fruity tries, but doesn't make contact. Ronick and Tadpole, a bit of a double commitment, but they've got so much control all the way back down, and now 8 seconds left for PSG to find it. The shot from Fruity just wide. Chaussette finds a boost, looks for goalies, but doesn't find anybody, and Tadpole will beat Fruity. That one will all but do it. The ball gonna hit the ground here, and triple trouble ties up the series.
And Fruity wanted that one back. Chaussette gave it to him, and you could tell, because I went to his camera as soon as I saw the pass coming, and he would love to have a second opportunity at it. But either way, PSG, it took him a long time to get things rolling. Some awkward scenarios in defense that Triple Trouble were able to capitalize on. And unfortunately, despite commanding the latter half of the game, couldn't quite find that equalizer. It just got out of hand too far, too early.
Yeah, PSG, it was kind of simple positional mistakes,
yes.
It felt like, at the beginning. It wasn't necessarily that they were losing the midfield control they had in game one. They just weren't even there to challenge. So PSG, they sorted themselves out in the latter half.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we get a nice competitive game number 3 here. So far, a bit of a topsy-turvy games 1 and 2.
Yeah, you've had one side doing amazing in PSG in game number 1, Triple Trouble capitalizing in game number 2. So hopefully, now we're at game number 3, everything squares up here, and you come to see what you expect. But PSG, it was good to see them because I thought they were down and out at the 2.5-minute mark when it was 3-0, and the fact that they were able to bring it back was quite impressive and hold on to the ball as well for basically the entirety of that latter half of the game. So Triple Trouble still, when it came down to it after PSG got it sorted out, they were able to hang on, which is great. But you'd like to see him break it up a little bit.
And the goal, the Farah Chaussette goal there to put it within 1.
Yeah, the pinch.
Was from...
No. It was the recovery on the side.
Yeah, and then the Chaussette just flicking it past 2 players. That's an indication of Triple Trouble being aggressive, feeling confident in the game. And the moment they're like, okay, well, now we're within 1. Let's tighten up on the defense. And they did just fine. So a good adjustment from them to not throw away a game they had a hard-earned victory. And now here in game number 3, it's anyone's ball game. Tadpole advancing down the field, looking for the shot. It's over the top of Farah, but it's a little bit wide, and Farah's able to pinch it off of the wall. We'll see Fruity and Farah now in the corner. Chaussette left alone in net, dumps it back on. Cassio's like, hey, that's straight to me. I'll put it back into the midfield again. Leaves it here as Tadpole in the far back will pick it up out of his corner, but of a bit of an adjustment. Difficult reads. Those corner rolls. Chaussette coming off, looking for the read on Cassio, not going to find anything.
They had a great spread, but unfortunately they lost that challenge, and now them losing that ball in the midfield, Farah was a little too far forward, so it's right back into the launch the ball up the field, chase it down, and see who wins the challenge game.
Here comes Chaussette. Towards the box, Cassio's got it away. Farah sends a shot towards the goal, but Ronick's got it away now, and Tadpole looks to extend it out. Cassio demolished in his own backfield, but Tadpole's touch actually
it went in.
All the way in. The defense of PSG caught a bit surprised.
That's a great lead to yourself in the corner, and Fruity just can't reach it. He was at the top of the box. He felt pretty confident in being able to get to it, but unfortunately, that one kind of just skimmed right near the ceiling and didn't ever really come down as far as maybe Fruity was expecting. And so he got beat.
PSG looking for a response. Triple Trouble has scored first 2 games in a row now. It's Fruity. Back boost. Tadpole's challenge goes neutral to the side. Cassio put it onto the backboard, but Shawset's there. Now looking for Fruity. With the threat of Fruity. Looks like it might be enough, but Ronicky then comes in. Now Tadpole into the midfield. We're looking for Ronicky. Farah keeps this one high. Cassio's happy to get this one. Put it over the top of the front line, and now it's all up to Shawset in the back. Gets beat by Ronicky in the corner. Farah out. Finds Shawset's hood, and he's dribbling now over the top of one. Not going to find the second, but look for the goalie. Cassio gets out of goal in time and finds Tadpole on the edges. 3:13 left to go. Triple trouble, leading by 1. It's PSG. Looks to come back, some nice pass plays. Farah and Shawset tag team it, but it's still wide of the goal, and they're going to need some more contact. Now the pass back in. Farah looks for it and blocked by Cassio in front of the box. It's off to the side. Now Tadpole flying down. Cassio demolished means that Ronicky can feel free to move up, but he doesn't actually. The pass plays are to come back through for PSG. Shawset's got it against 2. Cassio puts it high. The threat coming in from Fruity. It's a bit up, and nobody makes contact.
What is going on?
Bouncing. Cassio off the woodwork, and now it's past Shawset, but Fruity's had so much time to wrap back around and get boosted. Is it over the top? No! Cassio sends it off.
Oh, and Farah had a chance to finish the job, but he was just waiting so long to see if Triple Trouble beat themselves and he would have a free one. But unfortunately, chose his moment too late, and Triple Trouble rally.
Fruity now back down. So we've crossed halftime. PSG with what felt like ample opportunities there, not able to make a goal out of it, as the defense was just enough for Triple Trouble. Ronicky blocking one pass, and Shawset gonna miss. Fruity has to come in and clean it up.
Oh, mistouch.
Tadpole puts it high. Cassio looks for it. Farah blocks one. Now here comes Fruity, trying to get it through. Ronicky read him from a mile away. Now Shawset with a shot. Tadpole on the backboard's happy to pick it up and send it back to midfield.
But PSG controlling the midfield boost currently. It's making it real tough for Triple Trouble to have enough resources to hang on to the ball.
Farah was able to beat one on a very loose dribble, but then Cassio tries to pick it up. Farah takes it away from him. Fruity now back into the midfield. Shawset trying to read Cassio. Cassio happens to get a demolition on Farah on the way.
Tap.
Now here comes Shub. Shawset looked for it. Ronicky got it off. With 1:39 left to go, PSG's been playing fantastic, but they have yet to they have no fruit to show for it. 1:30 left to go. Shawset up to Farah. Puts it in the midfield. Fruity's closing the gap quickly. Challenge is very neutral. Ball goes lateral. It's Ronicky now off to the side. Tadpole is able to put it onto the backboard. Ronicky's there. Puts a shot on target. Shawset's got the block, but Cassio's coming in. Fruity's got to block him, and he does. Tadpole keeps the pressure on. And Triple Trouble's looking for that second goal. Farah gets it away. Now Ronicky back in. Shawset in goal. Gets
what a
just
stop.
Backwards and away. So close to missing, but he still makes the save. The pressure's still on, though, in the final minute.
And that was a difficult touch for Shawset. Facing the opposite direction, his momentum carrying him in one way, and the fact that he got that ball all the way out to the corner, that's the product of Dominus power. That's why people like those long cars. It's easy to square up the ball and get a strong touch, even if you might not have the speed. And he makes another stop, but he can't make two. Cassio's camping him at the other end of the box, and a big insurance goal.
This is the power of putting the ball on target. Tadpole takes a shot. They have to make the save, and Shawset has to lose ball control. He can't play to keep that one close to the chest, and Cassio knows it. He puts it through, and with 42 seconds remaining, Triple Trouble looks to go up by 1 in the series.
9 shots for PSG in Game 3. Triple Trouble put together a few more shots than they had when I checked earlier. Here's number 10, and it'll be into the back of the net. They've got 35 to find an equalizer.
And all of a sudden, Triple Trouble giving space. Fruity's able to find Farah here. Nobody up to challenge him. Ronicky had some time, but took his time setting up in goal instead, and Farah's able to, with a pinpoint accuracy, get it past to make it a 1-goal game.
Well, it's off that kickoff. Everyone's off grabbing boost, and that's why they're not in position to go and immediately challenge him at the top of the box.
Fruity trying to wrap this back in front of the goal there. Tadpole puts it high, but it's still dangerous as Shawset comes up, dumps it to the far side, and what a save from Ronicky, keeping his team in the lead with 24 seconds remaining. Shawset's up for another one, but another block. Triple Trouble playing immaculate defense as Fruity comes through. Ronicky over to the side now with 15 seconds left. Ronicky beats one. It's all up to Shawset here in the back, and I feel like I've said it so many times. He's constantly that tough back line, but with 8 seconds remaining, they've got to find the front line strength. Fruity past one, into the corner. Ronicky tries.
He won the challenge.
Now back in front of the box. It's right there, and Ronicky pinches it away off his crossbar. Shawset keeps it up. Fruity looks for an opportunity, but it's sent to the side by Cassio. Triple Trouble win 2 in a row.
And so many saves. Cassio, he got more than 4. I believe he's actually got 5 on the scorecard. There it is. But Ronicky is actually the one who made the big saves in my head, because I remember early on in that game, Farah had an opportunity, blasted one into that top right corner, and it was Ronicky in the net who really had to make a great stretch to tip that away. And PSG, they had a couple of awesome scoring opportunities, and that's actually that save right there that I was talking about that Ronicky just made. And it goes into a transition goal. Fruity got caught too far forward and right into the back of the net.
The best goals are the ones that take 2 touches to go from your net to the other goal. There's the save, and then there's the shot as he takes it there from the side. And when it's that fast and that quickly, it almost doesn't matter where the enemy is. They're going to have to scramble a bit to catch it.
Well, that's what Fruity was thinking. I mean, he was ready to push up because he saw that touch off the side one. He's like, all right, I'll go challenge him. And then that quick shot comes off, and he's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll be able to get it off the ceiling. But you're already too far forward, and it doubles on itself when it doesn't hit the ceiling. Just glides right down and then dives after it's already over your head. And PSG, they just got caught, ready to go. And it was just a wonderful shot from Tadpole.
No, and the one thing that PSG has been able to rely on this season a lot has been Farah's accuracy, which has been great to see. So, and it's good to see him step it up here in the moments when they need it as well. But they're going to have to string together a few more times as Triple Trouble's now found 2 in a row. In best of 7, you got to win 4, so they're still 2 away from moving forward and qualifying for the World Championship. But still.
And PSG, they scored, what, 5 in game number 1?
Mm-hmm.
And in the next 10 minutes, they've scored 3 combined,
Have to find a way to keep this pressure going after game 1. A team that starts hot, but then cools off as the series goes. Shawset looks for the pass to Fruity. He puts it high, beat the front line of the defense, but Tadpole on the backboard.
There's the demo on Cassio.
Now Ronicky putting it away. Here comes Shawset. Ronicky over the top of 1. Fruity on the backboard will get it off. Tadpole back down towards Cassio. So they're pushing in PSG half.
A lot of space.
What a punt.
PSG. Free clears right now. Oh, and free ball as well.
Fruity will pick. Farah will be the one to pick this one up. Tries to get it past Ronicky, but he reads him, sends it to his own corner. Shawset's able to beat Cassio there, but Tadpole comes in to close the gap. The ball's back in front of the box. Fair now. The pass to Fruity, a little bit aggressive. Fruity was trying to move up. The pass goes behind him. Triple Trouble emerges with ball control, has it on to the PSG backboard. Tadpole now. Back to Ronicky. Into the PSG corner. Loose. It'll be Farah to challenge next. Fruity out of his net. Sends it away. Ronicky towards the goal. Shawset's able to block one, but now back in front of the box. Here comes Tadpole. Farah blocks him at the point of contact and sends it across the midfield line.
It's a little slow on the pickup for Triple Trouble for my taste out of the midfield. There's always a little bit of extra space for PSG to work with, and I feel like it's letting them off the hook a little too easy. We've got plenty of time to rally around and make the next stop or challenge. I want to see Triple Trouble get right in their face.
Well, they were trying to pressure right in front of the net. Cassio nearly was able to tuck that one in. Now the pass across. Fruity up onto the wall. Can he find a teammate in the midfield? Looks for the flick past 1. Now using the backboard instead. Cassio will have time to challenge, and he gets it out to Ronicky. Just like that. 2 touches, the challenge is all the way onto the backboard on the other side. With 3 minutes remaining, both teams still at 0. Ronicky looks to drop this one in. Shawset gets it off. Ronicky's shot was just barely high.
They were lucky, too, on PSG. Fruity had a lot of faith in Farah to get that touch, and that whiff, Fruity was not going to be in position.
Ronicky passed 1. Shawset tries to challenge on the wall, but Cassio's got him beat. Now Farah putting this one high. Tadpole back in the midfield, looking for Ronicky, blocked by the defense of PSG. Fruity tries, putting it back into the corner again. Shawset on the wall, coming off, looking for the read. Ronicky's shot is wide again, but Tadpole tries, misses the touch, and Cassio's rotating. We'll have plenty of time. Farah able to get that one, but this one dropping dangerous. Shawset's got the block. Ronicky in for the final shot, and this one will be good. Triple Trouble, the 3rd game in a row. They'll have the first goal.
And that's exactly what I was asking for. I wanted Triple Trouble to get right up in their face, and now they're sitting on the clears. They're not letting it go out to the midfield line. They're right on top of them, and it results in a few extra chances on target, and finally PSG can't deal with the shot high into the net. And again, Triple Trouble break them down early, and they've boxed PSG again into their own half, very similar to game number 2.
Fruity over to the side. Tadpole puts this one in front. Fruity and Shawset both commit. Ronicky dumps it to the other side of the field. Shawset now. Contact into the orange. Fruity on the wall will try to read this, but Tadpole, the mid-air challenge, the following the ball after you hit it and winning the challenges, it's been very impressive from every member of Triple Trouble. Not an easy thing to do, and look at this aggressive push. Onto the backboard, Tadpole will look to finish one more off as the ball remains in the corner. Now Cassio up, puts one on target, but Farah's got it away. Fruity will come up,
Poor mistouch from Farah there. I mean, it probably worked out for the better because it allowed Fruity to come up and have them have support, but missing that touch just takes all the pressure off the opposing team.
Tadpole happy to carry it away from the backboard, not give Farah the double tap. Now the deflection onto the back for triple trouble. Casio looking to make use of that back wall. Farah will play it nice and high, but Tadpole's already up, playing towards the backboard. No one's home. If he can just double tap,
what a touch!
He certainly can. 2-0 now for triple trouble as they look to gain match point.
And that is a great clear from Farah. It's got height, it's got power, it's all the way out to the midfield line, but Tadpole squares it up. Took every drop of boost in the tank to get to that ball off the back wall. It didn't have anything less. And that is just a beautiful hit into a hole in the PSG defense and an excellent shot to cap it off.
1 minute remaining. Down by 2. PSG's been here a number of times in this series and yet to find the comeback. As Casio will look to take a shot, Fruity and Chaussette both up. They kind of bump each other, but that'll leave Fruity in net. Now Ronicky onto the backboard. Fruity tries to challenge, doesn't really make contact, but was able to at least block Tadpole's contact. So Farah now out of the corner, over the top of Casio. Needing to get this down the field with 38 seconds remaining. A wonderful challenge from Ronicky. Sends this one back into the box, and everyone from PSG has to turn around. Casio now towards the back, 30 seconds left. And just like the rest of this game, it's triple trouble with ball control in PSG's territory. Looking for the pass up to Fruity, blocked by Casio. Chaussette comes in, but there's no one to pass to. Everyone was adjusting for defense. And now the pinch through 1. Fruity has to find a way to get this down the field quickly. He's taking a lot of time in this corner. Off the top of 1, Farah's trying to play it down by himself, but you know he's going to get challenged. One demolition will create some space. It's Chaussette there. He tried, but Tadpole again just carries the ball, catches it on the wall, and carries it to safety on the side. The clock will hit 0, and triple trouble. They take 3 in a row. They're 1 away from going to New Jersey.
And that game screamed triple trouble has PSG's number. Only 2 shots on target or towards the net, and to be honest, I don't even remember them. All I remember is triple trouble. There was a little bit of space. They were having to deal with some long clears in the midfield at the start of that game, and then as Game 4 went on, lockdown. They were right in front of them at all times.
And that you see that like this is just a textbook double tap. There's nobody on the backboard to make this difficult. As long as he reads it correctly, there's not even anyone set up in goal to possibly challenge this to try and block the moment it would enter the net. He just has to tap it in. And this speaks to a problem I think I'm noticing from PSG here, where they're not maintaining rotation on transition. English is hard today. They're like choosing to all move on to offense or choosing to all move on to defense. And that moment they lose a challenge in the midfield, they've lost the next 3 touches because they're all falling back or they're all moving forward. And it doesn't seem like there's a player who's swinging back around to kind of constantly pick up on each other's mechanical errors.
Well, in that particular instance, in that replay, again, you had the strong clear from Farah. It's a good clear out toward the midfield line, has height, has some distance on it. It's a great catch. And the bigger thing that says is, why is PSG not in position?
Right.
The answer is because I agree they're strapped for resources for one. Again, they're boxed into their own half for the entire game, which means you've got the 2 corner boosts, you have 200 boost, and then usually you're only going to grab like the 3 or 4 pads around your net. So that's another what?
That
was 45, maybe 60 boost.
100%. But at the same time, you saw Fruity and Chaussette also being like, okay, cool, there's the clear, let's go.
Well, yeah.
It's like, well, someone needs to be like, hold on, what if they get it?
What if?
So, and there was a few moments there towards the very end where I felt like that was happening again. So we'll watch to see if that happens again. Chaussette, though, the solo mechanical plays have always been a strength of his. And he has been the player that I feel like has been on the back line the most for PSG this game, or this match. So PSG tries to find an early goal here. Scoring first would definitely help swing momentum back a bit in their favor as they now have to win 3 straight against triple trouble.
You really need a big individual effort, I feel, from PSG to get the engine going. You know, someone needs to step up, make a big solo, huge dribble or something awesome that'll just fire this team right back up. Because if they get boxed in here in the next, 30, 45 seconds and they just pick up right where they left off, PSG is going to be looking to play the winner of Dignitas and TSM.
Fruity tries by himself, but loses the challenge to Tadpole in the air. Casio's able to beat Farah. Now Ronicky looking for a shot. It's a bit high. Can they find the second touch? No, and a pinch from Chaussette and Fruity sends it a long ways down the field, but Tadpole already back in net. Gonna find the clear back to the midfield. This dump in the mid is happy for Ronicky. He just moves right up forward, says thank you very much. Tadpole now demolished by Farah. Creates a bit of an opening. Casio's gonna miss. See if any of that result in PSG offensive pressure, but so far, it's just kind of been neutral play.
Oh, here's a ball. What do you do with it?
Farah tries to put it in the middle. Ronicky was able to pick it up as Farah lost control. Shawset again. Everybody on PSG right now.
Another mistake. It needs to be in.
But hey, there's a complete wide open net. Triple trouble. Not on the backside. And hey, PSG finally finds a lead.
Yeah, that was PSG. Ronicky was off grabbing the corner boost, but Cassio was in the midfield line, ready to go chase down wherever that touch went. And unfortunately, it went straight up and came right back down. So mis-execution capitalized on by PSG, and that's absolutely one you need. So can you hang on to the lead for 3 minutes? You want to see PSG create chances. You don't like to see the other team beat themselves.
Tadpole and Cassio towards the goal. Send it away, and now an extension. Ronicky gets up and makes the save. He's been dynamite in goal today. Shawset over towards Farah, looking for the pass plays. Onto the backboard, Farah looks for it, but Tadpole's happy to take it away. Now Ronicky, shot towards the net. Shawset puts it high as the follow-up there. Here comes Tadpole onto the backboard once more. Cassio was lurking, now in the air, puts it on the backboard again. Nobody finding the goal. No one able to send the ball towards the net and force PSG to make a save. They're happy to let the wall do it for them. Now, at halftime, PSG leading by 1.
It's a great demo from Cassio. Take off all the pressure that was going to come from midfield. They regained the ball for PSG for sure. But triple trouble with that one demo got themselves back in order on defense and in rotation.
As Farah comes down, it'll be Shawset on the challenge, but losing it here. Ronicky with so much space. Looks for the pass across the Tadpole and finds the goal. No, it's high. Here's Cassio on the rebound. Puts this one up or 90 and in. There's the tie game. So much space given by PSG, and triple trouble punishes.
Absolutely. Farah giving up a lot of ground there. It's probably because he didn't have any boost. He was hoping someone in the net was going to go out and challenge it, but unfortunately, Farah asking for help means the person that's even farther away can't risk going for it, and that creates all that space, and triple trouble capitalize.
2:02 left to go. Tadpole onto the side. 156, PSG needing to find a lead again. On the brink of losing this match, they've got to find a win in this game. Ronicky through the air, finds the goal, but Farah's got the save. It's away, and Shawset will get the clear as Tadpole careens in to try and bounce it back to Cassio. Now Farah back down the field. He's got Fruity across the field, gets a pass Ronicky, but Cassio's able to counter. Fruity saw where the pass was going, where the clear would end up, so he goes to the corner, but then the challenge lost on the inbound last player. Ronicky over here on the side will play it behind Shawset, and will slow down for just a moment. As Farah gets the win on 1. Fruity's in the mid. Cassio's there, gets demolished. Fruity tries, but Ronicky's able to immediately fill in that gap. Clean, tight, short rotations from triple trouble as Tadpole looking for the go-ahead goal to win them and send them to New Jersey. Cassio onto the backboard with 1:07 left to go. Fruity will play it all the way to the corner. Tadpole's already there. Farah starting to play better and better as this series goes on. His midfield challenges have been amazing, but Ronicky finds a shot. Fruity's got the save, gets up and gets the flip to the side. What a play. And Farah keeps it off to the side again. Tadpole back into the box. Set through 1. It's up against Cassio. Can he extend this one down? Can he beat him? Looks for the mind games, and Cassio doesn't. He gets 2 saves, and now back down the field, looking to find the lead for himself. He's got 2 players to beat. He gets it underneath Fruity, goes for the goalie, doesn't find Shawset. Both sides survive.
And that was probably PSG's greatest scoring opportunity all game, apart from the open net. The little stutter step from Shawset, unfortunately, he couldn't change the direction of the ball. Didn't get the demo either, and the follow-up couldn't punch it home, so maybe overtime here if the next 15 or so seconds play out as expected, and it's probably just going to be a deadlock.
Farah tries. Ronicky wins the challenge finally. Farah's been getting better and better there. Fruity past 1. Ronicky will play it out. Cassio's airborne to extend it away, and they might look to finish this in regulation, but no. Right now, triple trouble just hanging back, happy to put it into the ground. They extend this one a little bit farther down, but it will hit, and we'll have overtime in Game 5. Triple trouble score. They're into Worlds.
I favor triple trouble 100% this overtime. They have been controlling the game, creating the chances. PSG had one opportunity, and it was that dribble play that they couldn't convert on. Otherwise, it's been them trying to get this ball past this midfield line. They haven't done it.
Tadpole there. Farah try to put it into his corner, but Cassio now, can he find the pass? It's not going to happen, but it still ends up in the boxes. PSG's not able to find contact. Ronicky up. Tadpole finds the pass out to Cassio. Fruity gets up and blocks the path. Triple trouble. On offense again, Ronicky passes and shots a bit high. Fruity now out of his half. Cassio pass one. Ronicky up. Gets it past Farah. Shaw sets a bit forward. He's going to stall for a little bit, give his teammates time to get back, but it's in front of the box. Fruity makes the save. Cassio will look to dump it back in towards Tadpole. They put it high. Ronicky thinks about turning around, but he's all the way back in his own half, and he'll clear this one away, see if he can keep the pressure going. The pass across to Cassio, now intercepted by PSG, back towards the goal. Tadpole will send it off his own backboard and towards midfield as the first minute of overtime comes and goes.
That's a great challenge from Farah as well, but again, the challenge game, Cassio a big win, and another one from Triple Trouble. Dangerous and in!
Ronicky scores, and Triple Trouble will represent Europe at the World Championships.
Both rival series teams able to promote, and how about it? Both on their way to land. Barcelona guaranteed. Triple Trouble take down PSG with 4 straight after a Game 1 loss, and in stunning fashion,